Welcome back to your Mastery Tips and Tricks show. I am your host, Heather Lee Chapman, and we are here to inspire, educate, and serve, bringing you special guests so you can truly own it. And today we have Shabnam, who I'm super excited for you guys to learn about her mission and what she's up to. May it inspire you that we can create and birth the world of unity consciousness. So please welcome and introduce yourself.
Hello, thank you, Heather, for having me here. My name is Shabnam Naz Ansari. I'm the founder and executive director of WQT Masjid. It's a registered charity, and the overall aim of the charity is to connect humanity together, centering on volunteering. What sets us apart is not to volunteer through a middleman, through a local charity or through a church or through a hospital, but to volunteer for and seek help from each other. It's the whole idea of connecting people through volunteering with each other. And then we have identified 5 segments, such as seniors, children and youth, women and non-binary, new immigrants, BIPOC families or low-income families. And the whole idea is to center our volunteering charity efforts on them, empower them, and flip the script by making them as volunteers. They are reserving their self-respect, their dignity, and connecting all the community together with them as the center. So that's all what we are doing as a charity.
I love it. I'm so excited for the impact that you're having. It's making resources available for everybody and helping communities to connect and support one another. So you get to volunteer and receive services. And it's a way to take out a middleman and for us just to connect with each other. And the community is here. So instead of having to volunteer and get volunteers and support through organizations, you actually get it through each other. So I'm really excited for this. So please tell us your story and how you got started and what had you create such an incredible charity.
Yes, the whole idea of the charity is centered on my own personal story in terms of that I have gone through a detailed 13-year-long abusive marriage. And then going back to my parents, asking them that I cannot take it anymore. And they used to send me back saying that in our culture, as a part of our tradition, a woman once married can only come out of her house in the form of a dead body. Couldn't tolerate this, ended up in a hospital, took the pills, decided to commit suicide. The doctors found torture marks on my body. They called up my family, and my parents sent the police back because they approached them asking for press charges against my ex. Not only they sent them back, but they sent me back. This is the type of culture that I grew up with. The first time I decided to do something about it was when my eldest, an 8-year-old girl at the time, she asked me, Mama, why? I just needed that push, that small push, to really fight it out in the system. I went through the courts. The lawyer said that now the law has changed. You're lucky. You will get the divorce in 3 months' time. But what I realized was that the law has changed. The practice was not. I entered into a 3-year-long legal battle, character assassination, end-to-end, changing of lawyers because he used to bribe the lawyers, family pressure. At the end of the 3-year period, when I got the divorce, I had given up on the system. I was really connected to my children, 2 daughters and a son. Went to Dubai in search of my job, couldn't get it, came back. I was at that point of time senior vice president, 2nd largest bank in Pakistan. I decided, okay, fine, I'll just stay here. But he applied for the custody of the children, was at my weakest. I didn't have the strength, went to the courts, gave up the custody of my children with my own hands, left the country as a rebel because I had given up on the system, on my religion, on family, friends, everything. But later on, when I decided to study the Quran, I realized that this is not what the divine is saying. It is the hearsay that people are following. So ever since then, I made it my life mission to not let anybody endure what I had gone through. I created this organization by the name of WQT. So WQT stands for time in our language. It basically means enough is enough. And it is worldwide Quran thinkers. And the whole idea was for everyone to study the Quran. Waqt Masjid is basically the practical arm of Waqt. And here where we are implementing the Quranic principles, which are only two key principles. One is that whatever we are given as a trustee, we are to spend it for the benefit of others. That is the first key principle. And that is where the charity is built on. Volunteering is at the side. And the second is that we cannot judge anybody else. We are only asked to connect humanity based on what makes us human. So no judgment, no exclusion. So Waqt Masjid is all about Waqt. Enough is enough, shattering all the discriminatory boxes, connecting people with each other and connecting communities together. With respect to my children, I kept on fighting for the custody, got the custody back after 8 years gap. But what I realize now that I am not a mother to them anymore. I'm still getting there. I will get there. And the second is that all of them are suffering and diagnosed with various forms of mental health condition. My son is diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, and OCD. And it just gives me a reason to, because when I was going through all of that, I used to ask me, why me? And now I'm able to connect it to a bigger purpose that I have found through all of this, that I have decided to build this charity, to do whatever we are doing. And the whole idea is so that no mother has to go through what I went through. Nobody in the community feels isolated, feel disconnected. They are connected together through well-connected communities.
It's so beautiful. Thank you for your authenticity, for sharing your story. It's such a powerful story. And I know you're not the only one out there who's gone through something like that. And you're right, enough is enough. No more should people have to do it alone. We should be able to rely on our communities, release the judgments. I like to say God doesn't see any disabilities. He doesn't see color. There's none of that. We're all God's children. We are unity consciousness. We know energy is neither created nor destroyed. So we are all made of that same stuff. We all bleed red. And when we can come together and see that unity consciousness and support each other and come from a place of what's in the highest good for ourselves, of course, but also for all who's involved, because from a place of unity consciousness, what we do to others, we do unto ourselves, and so forth. So just really coming back to treating people how we would like to be treated, and to get rid of the gaps that are keeping people from the support that they could so use, but just maybe don't have the access to it, or don't know how to get it. We've talked about this, some of the kids' charities and supports have months, years, wait lists. Why, when we can all turn around and help and support? So I love what you do. It almost brings me to tears. I'm so proud of you. And so if you could give a couple tips that you would like to share that you think everyone could use and benefit, just a little bit more, that you think, some advice for everyone here listening today, why they should check you out, how they could participate in what you're doing, how they could get involved, that would be great.
Yeah, so there are basically 3 to 4 different ways. The first one is that it is the website that we have, the charity's website, waqtmasjid.com, is basically a marketplace for volunteering. So if you have time, if you have skills, if you have whatever you want to give help to or volunteer for those who are living around you, I would ask you to come on board. register yourself as volunteer and offer these services. In terms of these services and skills, they are of wide variety. So even if you think that you do not have any skill that you can give, you do not have any wealth or anything, you would still have time. You can still become a company buddy for a senior who might be isolated. You can still be an company buddy for a person who is feeling isolated and alone. And that company buddy can be even on the phone. So it does not take much. Whatever you can do, come on board, become volunteer for those who are living around you. That is the first and the foremost aim of the charity. The second is in terms of our programs that we have already launched. So we have already launched the programs for seniors, for children, for youth, and the programs are all about empowering these segments and connecting them to their communities. So for our seniors program is all about the free drop-ins that's happening every week, through which they are learning skills, getting themselves acquainted to digital literacy, and then we are connecting them to youth through that intergenerational connect. We are training the youth to become mentor for the seniors. So all the youth is called mentor, but they are getting so much value in terms of that intergenerational connect with seniors, the wisdom. And then there are other programs that are in the pipeline, such as empowerment beyond boundaries for women and non-binary. Again, in empowering these segments in terms of connecting them to government resources, connecting them to educational counselors, to government funding, to mentors, to support and services that we are providing. And the whole idea is to empower them. So check out all of these programs. You can register for these programs online. These are the two main areas. The third is if you believe any of these cause, whether it is of the platform or of any of these defined 5 segments, donate to the cause. And we will make sure that funding is spent only for the programs for that particular segment that is close to your heart. And the fourth is we're looking for collaborations and partnerships. So where we all come together, and where we all come together can be done in terms of joining us as our team. So in our opportunities section, you can see all the positions that is available for working with us or collaborating with us. So you can collaborate with us in any ways and means possible, wherever you think you can add value to the charity's cause and help in connecting resilient and stronger communities.
I love it. So on a mission to connect more resilient and stronger communities and build communities that come together and support one another. So that link is there in the description. You're going to want to click on that so that you can learn more, and whether you're looking for support or you're looking to support or you're looking to see how you can better help this charity and cause really grow and take on a life of its own, because this is the future. This is our future. It is unity consciousness. So I just want to say thank you so much for what you do, for overcoming your adversities, for turning around and making it a mission to help others so they're never alone, and so that we can all live our best life, because we deserve to, and everybody deserves to be given their best chance. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much for having me here and listening to me and listening about charity, and for so much support and love and compassion that you give. Thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure. So guys, that link is in the description. You're going to want to check that out right now. Go ahead and click on it. And this is your time to give back. And we know that one of the best ways to feel like receiving in the brain is to give, because it doesn't understand the difference. So go out and give and receive and take part in this opportunity to truly create a world of unity consciousness. So thank you again. Thank you to our listeners. And remember, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, expect magic and miracles, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much.